Just wanted to come on and share my excitement about the new training. So going live tomorrow, that's Thursday the 8th, going live with my new training, but in 2 different time zones. So it's, I'll tell you what it's about. It's about low self-esteem. So in the UK, Thursday the 8th, February, 8 o'clock. That's London time. In the US, Thursday the 8th, 7 o'clock in the evening, and that's Pacific time. So I think in Eastern, that's 10 o'clock, isn't it? So follow the link below in the descriptions, you register for it, you'll get access and a choice of which time zone you want. And then if you, by registering, if you can't make it tomorrow, or if this is beyond tomorrow, this recording, that you're watching it, then you can still register to get the recording sent to you. So excited about that, looking forward to it. And because it's Wednesday, I'm doing just done it on Facebook. So again, if you want to register in the comments, no, not in the comments, register in the description below, and you can get access to the my Facebook lives and the links and everything like that, and you can get notifications of when and where I'm going live, alternating between my personal profile and my business profile. Thank you very much. Okay, so tonight I've talked about previously about low self-esteem. I'm all about low self-esteem, helping people with low self-esteem. You can take the free test to find out whether you have low self-esteem. It's 10 questions, 2 minutes. It's really easy. So just use the link again. It's down there. Use the link again, and that, you know, I'll prompt you as to say, would you like to do the free self-esteem score? It's really easy, straight to Messenger. It couldn't be easier. So self-esteem is the very heart of every aspect of life. I can't explain how much that is the case. And if you don't have balanced self-esteem, if you have low self-esteem, it right royally messes up every aspect of life. Low self-esteem is like driving through your life with a handbrake on. All right, you kind of understand that. It's a lot of effort and it's juddery and it doesn't seem right, and yet you might, well, the inference is that you don't understand it, and other people are zooming past and you don't understand why. Why does everything seem so effortless for other people? And I'm sure you can make sense of that. You have this feeling, this inbuilt it's a pre-belief. It's a belief that you don't, it's not pre, something, it'll come to me in a minute, that you're not good enough. All right, a predisposition that you're not good enough. You know, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for this. I can't do that. I'm not good enough. I'm not, that you don't deserve it. You don't deserve to be happy. You don't deserve a promotion. You don't deserve to be successful. You don't deserve to be with your amazing partner. You don't deserve to be whatever it is. You get the inference of that, or that you've got self-loathing about yourself, that you're ugly. You think you're just, who could love you? Nobody could love you. You're unlovable. Maybe you self-harm, you bulimia, you've got anorexia. Maybe you're depressed and you sink into depression. So all those sorts of things can be going on, and it's not a good place to be, obviously, and that's because self-esteem is at the heart of every aspect of life, and if you don't have balanced self-esteem, it will right royally mess up every aspect of your life, sooner or later, okay? Now, tonight I'm talking about the victim triangle, all right? How people get stuck in it. So the V is for the victim, but actually it's a drama triangle, that's what it's called. The drama triangle of being a victim, and it's a trap. Because, you know, being a victim, you might understand, and the classic one down here is poor me. You know, it wasn't my fault. I blah, blah, blah. I wasn't good enough. I couldn't do it. It's poor me. This happened to me. The circumstances were, it wasn't right. It couldn't, you know, they did this, and things never worked for me. You know, we'd understand the poor me bit, you know, pity party. But sometimes it's expressed in different ways as well. Sometimes it's that role of the victim is playing the rescuer, that they want to rescue and charge in and save everyone, all right? Because they've got a passion, because they want to be saved themselves. They save other people, you know, poor you. And that, you know, so it's almost reversed, you know, but it's bestowed upon somebody else, you know, poor you, you know, that, you know, I can help you, I understand, but then it'll slip back into the poor me. And this is all about drama, because these people were brought up around low self-esteem, and that's very dramatic. It can be a bit of a war zone growing up, and this is a grey scale. It could be anywhere between, you know, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, being around alcoholics, drugs, everything, to just being put down a lot. Yeah, just being belittled constantly, and, you know, and it has that effect on your self-esteem, low self-esteem. Makes sense. So the victim The drama triangle could be the poor me or the poor you. You know, I want to help you, poor you. I understand. Let me save you. You know, and then it'll slip back to poor me. I've had it worse. You know, gosh, it was so bad for me. You know, so you can see how that dynamic works. But the other one is persecutor. Now that might be a bit more unusual, but we can all play that. If you're stuck in as a victim, you can play each of these roles at different times. And maybe you're not so much the persecutor, maybe you're not so much this one, but you know, and it can be all three. The persecutor one is the blamey one. And maybe it gets a bit irate about it. Maybe it gets a bit, it could get a bit punchy, but it could get really, you know, quite aggressive and maybe a bit nasty. You know, you did this, it's your fault. Why did you do that? You know, and basically attacking the blaming side of things. You know, why is this? It's all down to you. It's not my fault. It was because of this. And we understand that the poor me might just sort of say it wasn't, you know, what's that Jim Rohn quote? It's not the wind, but the set of the sail that determines your direction. So that's about the responsibility side. All right. The people that are in the drama triangle don't have the responsibility. They haven't grasped that. And I'm not patronizing in any way, because I was in this for about 10 years. No, I was in this for about 30 years actually. No, I was in this for about 40 years. Okay, so I grew up around this. All right, so it's really difficult. The analogy I've used previously is the farmer brought up on a farm doesn't smell the farm anymore. Literally, you cannot smell the farm. You can smell a rose, but you can't smell the farm. A visitor comes in and how do you live it? You know, if you're brought up around this, you can't see it. You don't notice it. You can't, you know what? You can't see it. So it's a challenge for me to be able to reach out to these people and say, look, this is what's going on. You know, they might get very defensive and go towards the persecutor side. You know, who are you to tell me that, you know, and then slip back into I've had it really tough, you know, oh yeah. And I'm not patronizing any way, as I say, because I've helped people like this for 10 years. But even so, it's a real challenge sometimes to crack the nut and to get people to open up, to be vulnerable, to see a different perspective. You know, that they have the handbrake on themselves, you know, and that they have the responsibility to turn it off or not. Yeah, but they have the control. That's a wonderful thing to have somebody, you know, to help somebody open that. And that's the buzz I get, you know, to help somebody. And this one's the rescuer, you know, so we all like to be rescuers, people with low self-esteem, to help other people. But ultimately, we need to be helped ourselves. But we can get quite defensive and go, you know, who are you to tell me? Who are you, you know, blaming other people? So it's so important to get away from the drama triangle, because it's consuming in a way. And that traps you in there. To get away from that, you need to go along with that Jim Rohn quote, if you know it, the set of the sail. You know, those people are adaptable. They're responsible for themselves. They're the ones that can learn how to adapt and to set the sail in a different direction, to go in a different direction, and consciously dictate that, rather than going, blame me. I can't help myself because of circumstances, because of where I got brought up, because of the people controlling me, because of the, you know, they don't have the responsibility, and they need to get out of that in order to be helped to grow their self-esteem, because you absolutely can grow self-esteem. I'm very passionate about that, love that very much. And of course, let me do the rustling. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So register for, I keep pointing up because on Facebook it's up, but YouTube it's down. Register for the free training. I packed it with loads of useful information for people that have low self-esteem. If you don't know whether you have low self-esteem or not, just register. I'll prompt you and say, do you want to take it? It's 2 minutes, 10 questions. It's really simple. It'll give you a score. 18 or less, you have low self-esteem. As 19 above, it, you know, might be low there, but it's working towards the healthier side of it. So I hope that's interesting to you. If this is relating to you, please just get in contact. I've got lots of information I can give you, so you can work it out for yourself whether you want to go forward, whether you want to, you know, find out about the free training, do the free training, or beyond that, the coaching that's on offer, the program that's on offer, or working with me. So